you guys enjoyed the video of me throwing a skid steer into the bushes or into the pond and you believed it was a real skid steer. Hopefully I do that good of a job at this thing. But when I started looking for a skid steer to do that video with, I wanted to get one that was small enough I could throw around, but honestly, you'd have to get one that still kind of worked, and it was going to cost like 10 grand. And I didn't really want to hurt something that was still a usable tractor. So what I came up with is, this is my plan, and I'm making a video beforehand, filming, building my fake skid steer as a prop. This is gonna be like my first YouTube prop only skid steer build thing ever. So I started off, this is what it is. A Takeuchi 2150 cab. This is off like a 35,000 pound excavator. Construction company running this thing dented it right here. So this pillar is no longer structurally sound for ROPS/FOPS certification for on the site OSHA approved garbage. It's been sitting at Global for a long time. I talked them out of it the other day. So this is what we're starting the skid steer off with right here. This, I believe it's like well casing or something. I don't know what the struts in are for, but I'm gonna use this, cut it in half, and I'm gonna weld old Dodge hubs to the side of it. Shut up. I'm gonna weld the old Dodge hubs inside right here so I have a straight axle across, and I'm gonna put Dodge wheels on it. For the trunk pan, engine compartment, I'm gonna put this electrical box on it. And then I got a bunch of various sheet metal and other things. And I got stuff inside that I can build the loader arms out of. But let's go ahead and start this project, and hopefully you guys enjoyed watching me throw this thing into a pond. But I gotta get her fire going inside the shop and get this project going. It cracks me up. Oh, alright, let's get these things somehow welded onto here. Taylor's here. Oh, I wonder what she's going to say about this bad boy. So everything so far has been scrapped. Everything. I mean, it's been extra tires, all that other. The axle tubing was scrapped from my grandpa's house, and somebody gave me all this angle iron. This here is some stuff that I bought from the local like welding shop. But this is essentially stuff that just leftover inventory. So it's quite a bit cheaper than buying it wholesale or brand new. It's like pretty cheap. So if I'm cutting this up, don't get too worried. But I'm thinking something like this, and then I'll put that angler iron on it to give it a bulkier look. That's what I'm thinking. So I need to get some measurements off this thing. I gotta look at some photos, but literally we are on, like, this little thing, zero, nothing here. This is all scrap stuff. So I don't want anybody getting worried that I'm going above and beyond with scrap stuff. So I'm gonna get some measurements and cut this up. Okay, so the top piece needed at 8 inches up here. Get a couple good lines. This is the wheel well I cut out from the other one. Kind of a straight edge. It's kind of for reference anyway. This is kind of a winger project. Then I'll go ahead and use this template. Slide her down. That way I can have the same wheel well. Get all my shades on. I got this big grinder. It is a Haas with a cutoff wheel on it. That was a 6-inch cutoff wheel. I think I've already eaten 2 inches off of it. But it gets her done. Just need a cutter just so you can bend it. There. A little too far. But now I don't have to weld that piece. I know I need to get a plasma cutter. I reached out to a company. We'll see if something happens of it. I got to get a couple piece angle iron cut. Got to get a new cutoff wheel though. She is gone. What do you think about this, Boone? We're building ourselves a throwing object right here. Got a big gap I gotta close right here. It's really, I don't know. We'll figure that out here in a second. But I want to go ahead and test fit one of these to see what we're looking at. It's starting to look like a dang skid steer. Ah, it just broke. On there. Good. I'm gonna cut it right here so this cut's kind of vertical-ish, and then I'll flip this piece around and put it right here, and I think it'll taper it out a little bit. I'm hoping. If not, whatever, welder can make up for it. Get that one cut off, then just use that as a template over on the next one. But I added my piece of angle iron up here just so it has the appearance that it's actually, you know, 2 inches thick rather than 1/4 inch. To this side, having these welds are just, this thing is just going to look like something. Got my box on the back here so I can actually open this up. I don't even know what this thing was, but I found it, put it on there, welded that on, and that one's actually what is holding the upper part. I got pieces of angle iron down there. Came back to this again. I think I just need to taper it in just a little bit, but I got a cross support up there because I don't know, they always have those. She's looking. Got a floor end. Alright, let's go ahead and cut this thing off. Alright, curiosity's getting me. I'm going to go ahead and hit it with some white paint on the back. I don't know what you call this, just a loader arm assembly or something. Yeah, it looks like a damn bobcat.
Man, I didn't cut near a big enough reef right there. Damn, that was about perfect right there. Sweet.
Alright, finished welding. Got the boom on, the loader arm. Looks alright. It's definitely not within proportion. Oh shit. Alright, I think this is gonna kind of complete the look a little bit. Have a cylinder right there. Alright, good morning guys. I always forget to do this, but I need to do a quick little merch plug. Got a new hat. Accidentally got this color by mistake. They changed the model number from our old black ones. But it's a gray bill, same conventional. I like it a lot better. We got sweatshirts. The stick-on one, or you guys really have been liking these embroidered V-Belt and Son patch ones. And then I came up with this idea for a shirt. We'll see if it sticks. Let me know. Sutton, California, population 12. 12 valves. Check it out, vbeltandson.com. I also have, hang on, another shirt. Let's see here. We'll see if this one sticks. I think this is one with the car. Yep, one with the car. Let me know in the comments below what you guys think about those. But we're going to go ahead and take... I'm not going to say anything on the initial film that it's not a real skid steer. I'm just see how many people. You think they'll buy it? Yeah. I need to...
I don't think it'll be that. I mean, it'll be far enough away from it. I mean, it looks like it was right there.
Yeah.
Better make you some money. You got some money into it now.
I don't know.
Really?
This is all scrap. Yeah, I got this. Grabbed all this from my grandpa's house.
You want this spray?
That's gonna be black. I was like, I'm just gonna grab some board. Okay. Yeah. Oh man. Painted it, it got heavier. Yeah, that'll do the job. I just need to get some orange paint tomorrow for the back. And with the wheels, we'll be good to go. Oh yeah, skid steer mode. Dirt makes really good primer, if you didn't know. Now we're grooving. Got the back painted. Oh yeah. Okay, here's the soon-to-be bucket. So I'm gonna go out there and measure the machine's width, and I think I'm just gonna cut a section. I don't know, probably just do what I did before, cut in the center, bend it up, and then I'll complete the corners and just weld it straight to the rig. Yep, it's a pretty dang crude bucket, but it'll work. I'll weld her up. Whatever, I don't care. Martin, grab the other side of this here bucket, eh?
Is it still fucking hot? This one? Yep. Now it's driving around.
Alright, we'll leave it there.
So Austin and Kayla came over to help with this. Kayla's never welded before. It's Austin's girlfriend, so we just made her weld the bucket on. I had to go back over it and fix it, but I think it's so funny for me to go back rewatch making this skid steer. It's literally right at 4.5, 5 hours, somewhere like that. It took me to build this thing. And it's just funny the comments I got on throwing this in the pond. People thinking it's real and calling me stupid and I don't have a brain when they couldn't tell it's a big skid steer. That's a testament to how honest this thing looks on video. Anyway, we're almost done.
Follow the glowing light. You getting it? That's about as good as the welds I put on it so far.
So if you couldn't figure out by the thumbnail, this is a skid steer that I copied it off of. I went and picked it up so we could use it for the video, and you'll quickly see the difference in skid steers.
What was that?
Roll back. The things we do on a Sunday when you're bored.
Alrighty, so this is something I always wanted to do, is to throw the skid steer in the bushes, but we didn't actually want to break this one, so I just set it in the bushes, because it's actually a cute little tractor, but I did bump it on the ground and broke a wheel off of it. I don't think anybody caught it on film. So in the actual throwing it in the pond, it's down a wheel, whole hub and everything, but I welded it back on. This thing's back to mobile mode.
Well, everybody, I wanted to wait until that video posted that I threw it in the pond to see what your guys' reaction was to seeing a skid steer go in the water. And I will admit, I was expecting some negative criticism for it, but I tried to make it very obvious that it was a fake skid steer. For all of you guys that were defending skid steers, saying they were great, or Bobcat, whatever, let me tell you something. If you actually do have, you know, some credentials in the subject of I'm a Bobcat guy, I put tens of thousands of hours on a Bobcat. I rolled it off the trailer. These things don't roll. I mean, I could take off some stuff, but hydraulics, they don't do that. There's no parking brake that you release like a car and it can coast in neutral. Unless it's running, it's got power to them motors, or if I disconnect the, you know, planetary crap, she ain't going nowhere. So I tried to make it overly obvious that it was a fake skid steer. None of you caught that. None of you. So I'm quite proud that people bought into it, but sadly it was my greatest dislike video ever. Normally I'm about 98% likes, all thumbs up. This time I was only about 70, 75. But I got some comments. Those people that recognized that it was a fake and stood up for me talking about, oh, EPA, whatever. They can't touch it. It's basically a boat anchor shaped like a skid steer. There's no engine, there's no oil, there's no transmission, there's nothing that's going to contaminate the water. It's a piece of steel, it's all scrap. Those of you guys that recognized that and defended me, thank you. You guys are the brothers I want to hang out with. Those of you guys that were calling me too stupid, too much money, no brain. I don't know if you get lucky and just get rich. I think you got to have some kind of brain, but I'm not smart or rich, so I don't know how that's going to go about. But let me tell you a little bit of story here. I think I've probably rescued and restored more vehicles and tractors than all of you guys have. And I just do it as a hobby, as a passion. This skid steer should have been recognizable, some of you guys. 200,000 views on this video. My buddy Garrett owns this. I restored it. I just borrowed it from him for this video. All it did was a couple donuts right here. I soaked it down with the garden hose to make it look like it was actually the one that went in the water. I pulled the fuel shutoff solenoid on it so it wouldn't start. So it looked like she no go. But on the subject of too much money and no brains, I hope I said it right the first time. You know, I got a little story for you guys. Being the fact, I've flipped a lot of trucks. I've taken trash and made it something nice again, something usable, because I like taking something that's got potential and bringing it back so it can be used again. I put myself through Wildtech, flipping trucks. Went to school. It's a $30,000 school note if you go to Wildtech, if you didn't know. But while I was in Wildtech, it's a 45-hour-a-week program for 9 months. I didn't want to come out with a big school debt like most of the guys did, taking out personal loans and stuff like that, so I worked about 27 to 35 hours a week selling boots. So when I came out of there, I didn't have a personal note with a school note to take care of. And ever since then, I've really tried to hustle so I didn't have I mean, aside from Mikasa here, we got no dope. Just this one note. And then talking about, you know, money, you don't just walk into it. You gotta earn it. For those of you guys asking for me just to give you this skid steer, this one's for sale. There's nothing wrong with it. It's 11,500 bucks. Dealer offered me 2,500 for my Joker one, so 5 grand if you guys want that. But you know how that story goes. You know, if you teach a man to fish, he'll never go hungry. If you give a man a skid steer, is he gonna use it? Is he gonna make money? That doesn't even make sense. You can't just give you a fish and expect you to be fed every day. It's only one fish. You gotta actually go out and earn it. But I just think it's kind of funny, all you guys that were preaching bobcat love and stuff like that. I rolled it off the trailer. Bobcats don't roll off trailers like a car. You don't click it in a neutral. I tried to really make it obvious that the thing was fake. But oh well. Oh well. Hope you guys enjoyed the video of my scrap iron going into the junk. I told you I was gonna do it, and I'm a man of my word. But anyway, hope you guys feel silly now for making fun of me for throwing in a fake skid steer. I spent 4.5 hours of my life building this thing so I could do something I've always wanted to do, was throw around a skid steer with an excavator. But $25 into this skid steer and paint. We'll see you guys in the next one. Thanks so much for watching. If you hit negative buttons last time, hit the positive ones this time. See ya.